guys, it's Syama here with Scaling Retail. We're here with Simon, who's the VP of Licensing for Le Tigre. Now, those of you guys know, Le Tigre is a brand that's been around since the late 70s, has really done a fantastic job of keeping up with market share and reinventing itself as it approaches the millennial and Gen Z consumer. Simon, thank you so much for joining me. I'm thrilled to hear about how this business has been evolving, what makes you passionate and excited about the future of Le Tigre, and honestly, like, what's going on with business?
So I'm very excited, and I thank you very much for picking Le Tigre to do an interview with.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that, and we appreciate your support. What's going on with Le Tigre? Well, Le Tigre, we relaunched Le Tigre about a year ago at Agenda of 2018. We had an unbelievable show. We launched with a streetwear collection, okay, which is doing extremely well. Since then, we've been on fire, actually, to be honest with you. Been picked up by major retailers all over the country.
Yes, you have.
A lot of boutiques, many boutiques. As you see, the booth is very busy, and it continues. The flow is here. People are coming all the time. We picked last year because it was a great time to relaunch the brand. The convergence of the retro, the whole retro phase,
Yes.
and also heritage brands and logo brands all
Yes.
came together at the same time, and we took advantage of that. I feel that Le Tigre is poised for explosive growth. I'll tell you why. When I talk to people about Le Tigre, you know what they tell me? If it's a younger person, what a cool product you have. They take a look at the product,
Yeah.
they see it, they love it. I mean, they really, it relates to them.
Sure.
And when I talk to a little bit older person, maybe in his 30s or 40s, who, when I mentioned the brand Le Tigre, you see a smile come across it. Why does a smile come across? Because they actually wore it when they were younger, and they have great memories of the brand. And then when you talk to people in the trade about Le Tigre, every other person I spoke to worked at Le Tigre in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. It's amazing.
Of
We have a great heritage, and we're building on that heritage. We relaunched the brand with Streetwear because we want to create a buzz for the brand.
Yes.
But the brand is going to go through many different variations, not variations, but we're going to grow, and I'll tell you why we're going to grow. Because as you know, in the apparel industry, brands go through evolution.
Of course.
Right? And we have to change and continue to grow with the times. Part of this brand's heritage is that playful, preppy look that it was really founded on in 1977 when this brand was founded as a play against Lacoste and Polo Ralph Lauren to be the more playful
Yes.
playful polo, because we were famous for our colors. And we want to reintroduce that playful polo. We're going to come out with what's called a heritage line
I love that.
next year
So
in
important.
2020 to play off of the success of the streetwear and create continued success for our brand.
Amazing. So clearly you guys are piggybacking off of heritage, this kind of phenomenon and convergence in the market right now. As far as just marketing strategies, I mean, obviously a lot of your retailers are coming to you because of the strength of the brand, the newness, how fresh the collection looks. When you guys are looking at, activations, right, or how you're going to take this brand and kind of reposition it and put it in front of that customer, talk to me a little bit about some marketing activations and ideas that are going to help propel this forward.
Okay, so obviously, I don't have to tell you, technology has changed the world.
Absolutely.
Changed the way we do business, changed the apparel industry in general. We're definitely going to leverage influencers, okay, but the right influencers, the ones who connect with our clientele and understand our product. We're just not going to look for someone who has 10 million followers and put them on board, because that's not going to last. What's going to last is when they can interact with the consumer and the consumer feels as if he's getting a genuine experience.
Absolutely. I think influencer marketing, the trend of that has been moving more towards authentic relationships with the customer. Right? I mean, the
100%.
Customer smells bullshit, right?
Right.
If you have a bunch of random people wearing your product, people know, they can tell it, right? And I think that the consumers that you guys are not only capturing from their youth, but then also your customers that are a bit older that have that connection, they know what's genuine.
Exactly.
Right? They know what's happening.
And it trickles down. And you're 100% correct. They don't stand for any monkey business. they know.
The PG version,
right.
yeah.
They know what's going on. Collaborations. So we have some planned collaborations with some very famous athletes to do a limited edition polo capsule.
I love that.
Yes. We're also working on doing something with a artist who transcends many generations and has a large reach, who's very in touch with the brand and loves the brand.
Amazing.
In terms of pop-ups and real estate, that
Yes.
type of thing, you know, we're looking for the right location and the right opportunity where it can be something that really melds into our culture. Because just to do pop-ups for the sake of doing a pop-up is not really what we're looking for.
You know, I have to tell you that I was walking around Soho the other day, some of the side streets, you know, not the more trafficked ones, and I saw just the most random pop-ups in the middle of nowhere, and I was asking myself, is this because these brands back at their HQ, someone said, oh shit, we need to do a pop-up, and they said, we want to be in Manhattan, we're just going to pick that location, throw so much money into it, but actually not have the right product market fit when it comes to what you're doing with physical space.
Right.
You know, physical space, I think, is extremely valuable and really important as you connect with consumers, but certainly having those retail partnerships as you do and your kind of exposure also gives that kind of in real life experience.
Right, so I mean, more important to us, I believe, is doing in-store events where we can drive business for the retailer and drive awareness for the brand. That to me is a win-win situation and things we're looking to do next year with our key retailers.
So you keep pretty busy, right? You're working on influencers, collaborations, you know. How are you sleeping these days? What are the things that are kind of on your mind when you're thinking about, oh crap, like how are we going to approach X or Y?
We're in a hyper age, as you well know, right? We're always connected, it's crazy. Look, the brand has a great heritage and a strong foundation. Right? As long as we continue to build on that, through different iterations of it, we'll be good, we'll be fine. We have to keep our eye on the target and continue to grow towards that. Yes, that keeps us busy, we keep expanding our staff back home. We're always adding more personnel because the brand's growing and we need to have that support for our licensees. A little bit about the company that I work for, we are a licensing company.
Yes.
So we have best-in-class licensees who produce product like this and go out to the market and sell it to retailers. And we're always looking for more best-in-class licensees to expand our category mix. And that's a priority for us as well.
I think that's a really interesting model. I think sometimes as we look to different opportunities of expansion and how we try to take a brand and enter it into the market, a lot of companies are starting to ask themselves, well, how do we look at licensing, right? Like, what does that mean, right? What makes a brand have that equity and have that value? So coming at from that standpoint, as you guys are looking to find these partnerships in different categories, how are you evaluating those partnerships and what are the thought process?
Very good question and something that really is strategic in licensing.
Yeah.
And I say this word strategic again because we're always looking for strategic partners.
Sure.
Right? Ones that are key best-in-class manufacturers and can bring added value to the equation, right?
Yes.
So recently in licensing, you see companies partnering up with retailers.
Yes,
okay?
absolutely.
Mall owners, all right? Why? Because they have a need, the brand has a need, the manufacturer has a need, and they all converge together to create a successful story.
That's right.
That's a great play on how to create a new licensing model for the future.
Fantastic, awesome. So, you know, a lot of our audience right now, I would say they are heritage brands that are maybe looking to kind of find new relevant ways of approaching a customer, as well as growth stage companies that are saying, hey, how do I keep my spirits up in this market, right? Like, how do I continue to fight the good fight? So obviously, you have an amazing brand. You have a pretty nice sized booth, which definitely talks to how big business is right now. So congratulations.
Thank you.
But if you had some parting words or something that you could share with our audience on how you're kind of thinking about where retail is headed, what are some nuggets? You know, you're an industry veteran, you know this world. Inspire people.
So
big
I think it's a big question.
Inspire people.
And you're asking me to inspire people. But let me see.
Please, because the words out there of like okay, you can tell them about the grind
retail
too.
Is not what it used to be. Retail is
yes.
not only about brick and mortar.
Yes.
It's about online,
yes.
e-commerce, and many different segments. So I say to you, if you're in this industry, open your eyes.
Yeah.
Don't discount anything that anybody brings to you. Look at it carefully. Understand what they're trying to accomplish. And don't fight the trend, because the trend is what it is, and you will not,
That's right.
you cannot fight the trend.
You know, I think that's a really important point. I think there are a lot of brands out there that are not adapting or creating product to fit that market, or to really like look and see who is my consumer and how have these things changed, you know, and
Right.
how does the brand need to adapt. And so I think it becomes very important to ask yourself, what are the trends and how am I leveraging that?
Right. That's where a company like yours comes in. I mean, you are informing the trade of the
Yes.
trends, right?
Yes.
So that's, you serve
Thank
a
you
great
for the plug,
purpose.
Simon. Yes, that is why our company is
so
helpful in the
important.
market.
Right. Yes,
You know,
exactly.
I've really appreciated and enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you,
Thank
so
you
did I.
so much for everything. Congratulations on this amazing relaunch, on making people smile when they see their favorite brand come alive in a new way, and for inspiring Gen Z and you know, these younger millennials who are saying, oh my gosh, here's a heritage brand that I can align with, that is cool and fresh and is speaking to me. So congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for the
Amazing. Thank
opportunity
you.
to address your hoodie.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.